Associates, 480-656-1644, 480-656-1644, rlabrokers.com.
I returned from combat duty in a wheelchair, but it turns out many apartment buildings can't accommodate me. I fought for freedom and thought I'd be free to choose where I live.
After the phone interview, we assumed the apartment was ours.
But when we showed up, the manager said no longer available.
The only way to stop housing discrimination is to report it. Visit HUD.gov/fair housing or call 1-800-669-9777. A public service message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Make up your damn mind! Send me a memo! Let me know what the official thing is!
All I said was, don't do the blog while the show's on.
Hey, Sam, when are we going to do the blog? In all my spare time? When I'm falling asleep with the wheel behind the car?
It's like a Halloween party gone ugly.
Listen to Imus in the Morning, Monday through Friday, here on KFNX.
Every day in the Phoenix metro area, full-size pickup trucks are stolen, never to be seen again. Stop thieves dead on their tracks with the only proven proactive vehicle theft prevention system, the Revelco anti-theft device. No alarms, no tracking, just results that have been undefeated since 1976. Call us today before it's too late. 480-239-2108 or visit Revelco online at notmycar.com.
Why don't you all fade away? Don't try and dig what we all say.
All right, welcome back. Crowded Planet Radio here at Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Bunker Bob, Wolf Boy Jack, Vegetarian Vince, and Danger Wayne all in the house tonight, live and local. You know, I don't know if anyone wants to talk to us, but 602-277-5369, 602-277-KFNX. We are talking to Lisa Masters tonight. Let me try to correct this. I said she was an autistic mother. I went out to break. I was corrected for. She's a mother of autistic children.
Yeah, it's not
I
contagious.
Guess, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and that's our topic tonight. We're talking about an autism charity event that's coming up. Tie One On for Autism. That'll be a week from tonight, Friday, April 20th. From 5 to 9 p.m. You can check that out at the Compound Grill. Everybody all at once. 1, 2, 3. The Compound Grill. See, we're compounding the name. We're saying it like multiples together. That would be on Mayo Boulevard in Phoenix. There's a phone number here. Should I give that out for information?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Phone number for information about this autism event, 480-585-5483. Again, for our audience challenged, that's 480-585-5483. Tie One On for Autism. You're going to get buffet dinner, live music from famous British jazz guitarist Simon P.C. Frost is going to be there. There will be other entertainment. You're going to get a goodie bag. Wait, are folks going to get a copy of the book?
The second book?
When they buy a ticket to come there? Wow.
Yes, they are.
50-50 raffle, silent auction. Folks, this is like worth going there.
Yes.
If you know nothing about autism, whatever else, just go. Look at the goodies they're going to give you.
Great silent auction items to bid on, too.
It's a good cause. Kids 10 and under eat free. Bring the whole kindergarten class.
You can't come in. You have to leave them in the parking lot.
Oh, okay. Now, back to the autism thing here for real now. The specialty drink of the evening is called the Spectrum. And I did actually do a little bit of research for the show.
No.
I don't want to be completely, unprepared. But something about the word spectrum has something to do with autism. That's why you're calling it the Spectrum drink. I know it.
You're right.
Okay, so
autism is a spectrum disorder.
And what does that mean?
Basically, it just means, when you've met one kid with autism, you've met one kid with autism. They can fall anywhere on the spectrum, mild, moderate, severe, in between. I have two boys. They're probably on the same place on the spectrum, yet they're complete opposite of each other.
Now, how do they interact with each other?
Now that they're older, they basically just fight over things like iPod and stuff like that, or they'll hug once in a while. They don't really interact per se at an age appropriate level.
That's what I was going to say. Like the part of the thing about autism is that disconnect of not, seeming like they're reacting to things as much. Do they do that with each other? Like that would be like two people in a room ignoring each other.
They don't ignore each other. They won't play together. They don't have that typical desire to play.
Separate sandboxes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
They're not cold. They're very interactive and affectionate.
Yeah.
But to do any kind of game playing, it's just not their interest.
Huh. Our guest is Lisa Masters, author of The Funny Side of Autism, and that does not mean that you can make fun of autistic kids, I found out tonight. And speaking of people that are a little different, our own vegetarian Vince, he truly is a Mensa member who is no longer part of Mensa. And for those, I know a lot of people in our audience don't even know what Mensa is. That's because Mensa is when you have an IQ over like 145 or something of that nature.
145 is the cutoff for genius. 145 and above.
Oh, you got to be above that.
Yeah, so it's 3 standard deviations from
I missed
the mean.
it by a point or two.
Yeah,
so
you only have to be in the top 2% of the population to be in Mensa.
But you had a question.
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
Now, my question was with regard to the spectrum disorder. Now, as your kids age, do they change on where they are in the spectrum? Is there a habilitation or socialization that takes place with autistic kids,
or does it change day to day?
Where they become more functional if they are in the right environment?
Yes, to all of the above. We work really hard. These kids are in habilitation therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy. Autism is a developmental delay, so we work really hard to get them to move forward in their development. Some kids just will hit a brick wall and they can only go so far, and this is why early intervention is the key. The earlier you start, the more success you'll have.
But then there's, the other anomaly of like savant-type kids where I've seen TV shows.
The high-end autism, the Asperger's syndrome. Right?
Can I respond to that?
Go right ahead.
If you picture a developmental delay not as a brick wall, but as a loosely packed brick wall, which may have bricks missing, and you can travel, bits of your psyche travel through that, or bits of your makeup travel through those holes, so you can get extraordinarily developed in a very focused area. But the functionality of the individual is significantly challenged.
Right. Well, that's like a show I saw where this kid was an incredible musician. He couldn't button his own shirt.
Exactly.
That happens
my kids
a lot
have
with
that.
us musicians, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're lucky I made it here in pants.
Oh, it's radio. We don't care, quite frankly, and I can't see below the desk.
I do have legs for radio, I've got to say that.
Okay. So, Lisa, you were about to say something on topic.
Yes, on
unlike
topic.
Your sidekick.
Oh, my sidekick. He's going to get strangled later.
Okay. No,
yeah, I have two kids,
good,
like
listen,
I said.
It's all in good fun.
Of course.
And
that's why we're here.
I want you to know that the main reason, the main reason that we booked you as a guest is that we really probably figured that 50% or better of our listening audience is autistic.
Well, all right.
And the other half are musicians, I think. But they're probably gigging tonight, unlike Simon. Okay, just kidding.
This is his gig.
You haven't got my invoice yet,
I'm
have you,
his
Lisa?
All right. Now back to the show.
Back
For those of you who are trying to pay attention, it's Lisa Masters, author of The Funny Side of Autism. And again, I forget the question I asked, but
okay. My kids have very unique talents.
Okay.
I'm not going to, when I speak for these children, I'm not going to speak for all because they are all very different. In my experience, I have 2 kids. They have some very unique talents. My older son's an incredible artist.
Okay.
Can mathematically draw and build things to scale without actually having to measure anything.
Okay.
My younger son is pretty much a computer genius and can work the computer and build robots and program robots and fix my mother's GPS that was broken, and he's probably close to a savant, and he's like a genius.
But now listen, really seriously here. Let me ask you this in all truth and in your heart of hearts, okay?
Yes.
as an autistic mother or mother autistic kids, whatever the hell it is, what I want to know is, I've had people, right, they come up to me, they got the picture of their kid or whatever, and their kid is the most beautiful kid ever and the smartest kid ever or whatever. So, I mean, come on. Are your kids really good artists, really good on the computer? Come on.
Beyond. Blow your mind.
Beyond.
I can't even help him sometimes when, my younger son Andrew will ask a question and I'm just like, I can't help you. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Wow. Well, I was just kidding. I do believe you. There was another thing I saw. Maybe you've seen this too. This autistic guy, he's an adult. And this
the one you're talking about, computer, I think they call him, instead of computer. His name's Kim.
No, this was an artistic one where they had this guy in a helicopter flying over Rome or something.
Oh, the picture, yeah.
And then, like, after they flew him over the city for like a couple of days, they flew him over all these different things. He went and he drew an entire wraparound mural around an entire room to detail of like the entire city.
Yes.
Where his brain. Now I know that our own vegetarian Vince, who has whatever it is, 145, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is on IQ. I was trying to understand from him. He's very good mathematically. He can you can give him a math problem and he can take it out 4 or 5 digits, decimals and all that. So he was explaining to me that like memory wise, where most of us we can maybe retain and see a few numbers. He can hold, like in that little cloud brain part of his, multiple numbers, long division, long math, and all that. So with someone like who can do this with art, they have to have an incredible capacity that, it's almost...
Like a photographic memory.
But photographic to the point of the pixelation level is just insane.
They see things different than we do.
Yeah. All right, that's the music for break here. We're only halfway through, if you can stand it. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Tie One On for Autism is the event we're talking about tonight. The funny side of autism with Lisa Masters. And, of course, our own British jazz guitarist. I'm running out of time. We'll give the rest when we come back.
Laura Ingraham, Neil Bortz, The Ron Sherman Show, Michael Savage, Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
NBC News Radio, I'm Veronica Dela Cruz. A dozen U.S. Secret Service agents accompanying President Obama to the Summit of the Americas in Colombia have been relieved of their duties and sent home after allegations of personal misconduct. The Associated Press received an anonymous tip that the misconduct involved prostitutes in Cartagena, Colombia. Damage is being reported as vicious storms battered the Norman, Oklahoma area. Roofs were torn from buildings and windows blown out, along with 10 minor injuries. At least one tornado touched down in the area near Oklahoma City. Dr. Greg Forbes is watching at the Weather Channel.
Pretty well-defined surface low is going to be forming. The Gulf of Mexico is pretty much wide open now. The high pressure that had been giving some drier air to this region has moved out. And a wind maximum, what we call a jet streak, a disturbance in the jet stream is blasting its way toward the northern portion of this region.
The situation in North Korea after a failed rocket launch is before the United Nations Security Council. This is NBC News Radio.
Hi, everybody. Jim Howell from the KFNX Weather Center. Late tonight and tomorrow, some scattered showers around the deserts as this new strong frontal system passes across the state. Saturday's high only 65. We're up to 70 on Sunday. And by the middle of next week, we're close to 90 once again. Jim Howell, Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Currently, in downtown Phoenix, it's 74 degrees.
Log on and listen live. 1100KFNX.com.
Attention women business owners looking for strategies to grow your business and build professional relationships with other successful women? Then we invite you to join the Phoenix chapter of the National Association of Women Business Owners. NAWBO is one of the 5 most influential organizations in the Valley, according to the Business Journal. We offer many networking opportunities, business education seminars, and a nationally recognized mentoring program. For more info, go to nawbophx.org or call 602-772-4985. That's 602-772-4985.
Success is a